Hey guys, Popular Mechanic here with an update with the Echo 2511T. Here it is. I got it all apart again because what happened is I had to do some troubleshooting with it because I thought maybe one of the mods I did messed it up, but it turns out it was just the ignition coil. So I got a new one, tried it with the gasket in again just to make sure everything was working and it was running fine. We've been using it the past couple of weeks. So I got everything apart again and I'm just waiting for this gasket sealant to set up. I'm using this high temperature stuff this time, this red stuff. It's supposed to be a little bit better, so here it is. So I don't want to move it right now, but basically I've taken the gasket out again and I've just put a little bit of where is this stuff? I got this stuff. Now you can get some better stuff, but this works pretty good. High temp gasket maker from Permatex is just where I can get it in my local area, so it works pretty good. Yeah, so that's the stuff right there. Just putting it around the edge. And what I forgot to mention before is you want to let that stuff tack up a little bit, not too much, but just let it tack up before you start bolting everything together. So I have it sitting like this so I'm not getting anything onto the piston. Then I'm going to put her all back together and then it'll have all the mods again. And just an update on this, like I said, I did open this up a little bit. The exhaust side of things, I opened it up and ground the little thing here to match. Where is it? Yeah, I had to grind this out a little bit too so everything would line up, and this. So just using my Dremel, I ground that out so everything will match up, but I showed you guys that stuff before. Now by taking the gasket out, obviously it's going to be a smaller area, so it's going to be a more intense combustion inside of there, which equals more power, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to put her all back together and then I'll fire her up. Okay guys, so I tried to show that on camera, but it was really tough to get it started like in front of the camera. I kind of had to get in front of the work there. But anyways, you can see that I've tightened these down, not all the way. I just snugged them a little bit with the drill. I'll still tighten them by hand. And you can see some of the excess is coming out the side, and you'll just go ahead to wipe that up before you put it back together. So there we go. The gasket is now gone once again. So hopefully everything works out for me this time. I don't see why it won't. That ignition coil really threw me off. It was kind of tough to diagnose, right? But one of the signs was it was backfiring right away, right from stock. So I knew something was wrong, but I mean, it was running a little bit, but not great. So here we are. I'll put her all back together and we'll fire her up. Okay guys, so I got her all put back together here. Everything looks good. I haven't fired it up yet, but I will. Another thing, I'm going to list these part numbers and everything. I also got the bumper spikes. That's the one thing I can't remember the part number, but if I can't find it when I look it up, anybody that deals with this stuff will be able to get it for you. They're called bumper spikes though, just so you know. They just help you dig into a little bit bigger pieces of wood there, or you can make your own, make them a little bit bigger, whatever you want to do. But anyways, here we go. I'll turn the switch on. We'll see if she fires up. Choke it. A little bit of a fire. Choke off. Bit smoky, probably because the excess oil in there. And I put a little bit of this too, seafoam. This is really good stuff. It helps lubricate and it keeps carbon buildup down, which is probably why it's acting the way it is, but this will run through in a sec here. So that's pretty awesome. It may need a minor adjustment, and I really got to get some of that oil out of there. I might have put a little too much in, but it's better to be lubricated than not. It's mostly just this sea foam, so it'll run through. I just like erring on the side of caution with that. Okay guys, I just shut her off for a second here now. I'll fire her back up. I got her tuned a little bit. So that's it. I will list the part numbers in the description below. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram, Poplar Mechanic.